friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm here today because I have my Potomac beads bead box and I'm really excited to open it. I took it out of the packaging and I just did like this number, but that's it. So let's go ahead and open it and let's see what we can make. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here we go. So it is called Enchanted Forest this month for October. So that's really exciting. And this is the treasure box. So it says, step into the Enchanted Forest treasure box where iridescent jet black leaves create a shimmering canopy against the midnight blue sky. An assortment of glass beads captures the enchantment of the woodland, where each bloom is veiled in deep violet and cerulean hues, radiating in I know I will butcher that word. Glimmering gemstones pave your hues, glimmering gemstones pave your path, mirroring the starlight above like scattered crystals. A small gold Athena cast heart charm around your neck is the only connection to the world beyond this mystical realm. You fasten a thread to a tree to trace your path home, but will you truly ever find your way back? So I'm excited. So first of all, I see that we have this really neat little container for like teeny tiny things. So for tiny little beads, tiny little findings, it kind of all screws together. Really, really cool. So that's like a little additional item that they gave me this month. Really cool. So we have some blue thread. It's size 6. It's a dragon thread. I have never used this and it feels really nice and fine. I've been wanting to make beaded beads. I wonder if I could use this to do that. And then it looks like we have some check glass smooth rounds, 4mm purple swirl, and it's a pack of 50. Let me get out my little tray here so I can put this on my tray. Okay, so let's grab this out. Ooh, so yeah, it's really deep purple. It's like, well, it's black with some purple in it. Really, really pretty. That's gorgeous. I love those little swirls like that, with just a little swirl of color in it. It looks so nice. It's better than just like a plain color in some instances, and it just kind of really dresses up the piece that you're making. Then we have check glass faceted rounds, 4mm. Oh, these are really nice. These are really pretty. They're more of like the elongated, like almost barrel type, but really, really pretty. Very sparkly, a lot of shine there. Let's put those here. Okay. Then we have, oh, these are the cute little Athena cast metal charms. Okay, so they're 6x7mm real 24 karat gold plated. These are precious little charms. Those are so adorable. They'd make the perfect tiny pendant for like a really petite necklace or a bracelet, which I think I might do something very petite, because then we have here fire agate faceted rounds. You get 15-inch strand of these. Very pretty. And it's like the amethyst color. So you get some purples, some fuchsias, some beautiful blues in that. That's gorgeous. Oh, here's some more teeny tinies. So these are the Potomac crystal bicones in topaz, and they're 2mm. These would be really pretty with this. Look at these. They're so tiny, but they are so sparkly. I absolutely love them. And that topaz is so nice. It goes so well with all these colors and with the dark colors that you're getting in this box here. Okay, next we have, it's 11 OC beads, and they're in a opaque navy blue. So really, really pretty blue. I'm not going to open them because when you open seed beads, they just go everywhere. But really beautiful blue. Then we have this piece. Let me see if it says what it is. Okay, so it's a check glass pendant. And it has really cute little stars on it. Okay, and it's drilled across the top here. So very, very pretty. That's so cute. It's like a purpley color with like little bluish stars on it. Really cute. And we have some check glass beads, and they are a pack of 20. Ooh, these are pretty. So they are like almost like cathedral style. Looks like it has some fire polish. Very, very nice. Very nice. Let's put them right here. And we have some Potomac crystal cylinders, light tanzanite AB 4mm. Let's take a peek at these real quick. Oh, these are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Those are divine. Absolutely gorgeous. I have a cat that wants in 1 second. Okay, so next we have, it looks like some Storm Duo beads, jet red luster metallic. Oh my goodness, you guys. No matter how hard I try, I can't say it. Let me get my scissors out here. Let's take a peek at these. I have yet to use any duo beads like this, and I've been wanting to. I really think I need to practice with them and see if there's something really cool I can make. But these are gorgeous. They're that beautiful green. It's like a metallic olive green, and we will just put them right over here. Look at how beautiful they look with that topaz color. Really, really pretty. Then we have some check glass AB leaves. Jet AB. So they're like matte black on one side, and then this beautiful AB on the other, which shines in blue and purple and green. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Those are really pretty. Absolutely love those. All right, and we have a few strands here. So we have some check glass rounds, faceted rounds in this beautiful emerald green. Very gorgeous. We have some more check glass rounds, and these look like they are, they look like they have a fire polish to them or an AB finish. Very pretty, but it's like on one side of the bead, so it's black on one side and then fire polish on the other, or AB on the other. Then we have some more check glass rounds. These are really, really pretty. 8mm, the green ones, and these. Now these have a couple different colors on it, so it's like your clear with your almost that topazy, smoky look. Very, very pretty. And then the very last thing we have is our check glass mix. I love these little mixes like this. It gives you so many different little pieces that you can play with. Like here is this beautiful, beautiful leaf. This is cool. It looks like a stone. That is really cool. And a nice pretty barrel. Ooh, look at that faceted one. And then a bunch of other beads, like here's an elongated bicone, some little 2-hole like diamond shapes, little 2-hole squares, just a really cool little mix. You even have like a little flower, some other little check glass beads. These are kind of cool. It reminds me of like a tooth, like an animal tooth. That's really cool looking. So there's all kinds of really neat little things in this little package here. All right, guys, we are going to make something shortly with this. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So we are going to make a 3-strand necklace. We're going to use some gold chain, some coriander chain, and I have some gold bead stringing wire here, and it's going to be multiple layers. So just to give you an idea, the bottom layer is going to be, well, the chain is 10 inches, and I'm going to be cutting that in half. And I know I want this to be at least 26 inches total, and I have, 24 inches total, and I have 16.5 inches of bead stringing wire. So that's our bottom one. And then I cut quite a bit of the coriander chain in case I end up having an issue or make a mistake. I cut 24 inches of that. So that gives me some space to do some crimping and stuff like that. I'll probably lose like an inch. And then our other one, this piece of chain will be cut in half as well. And it is 6.25 inches. And I want this one to be under the 22-inch mark. And this is 12. So that's going to be under that. So what we're going to do is I have a bunch of beads here, and I have more of like the petite beads than I do anything else. I have all my ending pieces that we're going to need. I want this one to be on the bottom, and we're going to use some bigger beads on the bottom. I do have the rest of my beads here beside me in case we need them. The only thing that's going to be on the chain is this tiny little gold heart, and then this one will be smaller beads. So we're just going to do kind of like a petite 3-layer necklace. So I'm going to move those pieces up. We're going to start on this piece first. And I have this leaf, and it's too far down to do a jump ring, and I don't have pinch bails. So we're going to go ahead and make a wire wrap loop on it, so we can hang it. I'm going to cut off about 8 inches of 24 gauge bead wrapping wire. So this poor thing, it's seen its better days. I don't have much left. I need to order more. And we're going to go ahead and put that wire through the hole on this really pretty leaf. And we're going to pull both wires straight up. We're going to leave one short and one longer. And we're going to make just like this little triangle on top of the leaf like that, okay? And then once we have our little triangle made, we're going to straighten out this long piece so it's like pointing straight up, okay? And then we're going to also bend our bottom piece so it's pointing straight out. And then we're just going to hold our wires together and just wrap this bottom one around a couple times just to keep it secure like that, all right? We can come in and trim that little chunk off. We can use our chain nose pliers to smush down any like little piece that might be sticking up of that wire, so it doesn't get caught on clothes or skin or anything like that. And then I like to put a bead on top of it, and I think that I don't know if I want to use the big one or not, but let me see. Yeah, actually I kind of like that. That's pretty. Let me see what a smaller one looks like. Let's maybe use one of these little dainty guys here. Let's see what one of these looks like on top. I might like that better. Actually, I do like that better. So we're going to put a little small bead right here, and then we are going to use our round nose pliers. We're going to make our loop go in like this, so that way it can hang on the wire that we're going to be using. And I'm going down just a little bit. I don't want it super tiny, but I don't want it a large loop either. But I do want it small enough to be like just a nice little loop, okay? So there we have our little loop. We're gonna hang on to it with our flat nose pliers, and because this wire is so soft, I'm just going to use my fingers to guide it around the wire, completing my wrap. Okay, and then we have that complete. I'm going to cut this piece off and save this piece because we will use it for something eventually down the road. So I'm just going to set him aside. And I'm going to use my pliers to push down that little piece, being careful not to crack my little bead that's right there below the wire wrapped piece. If I can get in there closer, I can still snip off some more of that. There we go. Okay, so we have that piece all set, and then we can go ahead and start stringing this one. So let's put our pretty little leaf on first. It is super windy out today, you guys, but it is so nice. I have the windows open and it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I really like these long, like faceted barrel type beads. I think they'd be really pretty right next to our pendant. So I want to use those right there. Just like that. Okay. And then I want to go in and use some of these really beautiful faceted crystal beads right away. So we're going to do probably one of those and one of these little topaz colored beads, and then another one, and then let's do one of these beads. Okay, and that's going to be our pattern going up. So we saw Air Supply last night, and it was my first time ever seeing a concert in a casino, and it was fantastic. The venue was small and intimate. It was so nice, and their voices still are so great, and it was such a fun concert. They made it so much fun, and of course, you know, they played all their hits, so it just became a big giant sing-along is pretty much what it was, and it was wonderful. So I really enjoyed seeing them, and I honestly would see them again if I could. They were really that good. You know, and they, you know, because they were the only ones playing, they spoke a lot to us, told us little different stories, and it was just really, really cool. It was really a good experience. Not to mention, I love the music, and, you know, it brings back a lot of memories of my youth. I listened to a lot of them, and always enjoyed their music. So after I did the unboxing, I decided to go run over to my mom's real quick and say hi to her and visit with her for a little bit. Next weekend, we're going to Ikea together on Saturday. And she's really looking forward to that, and so am I. It's been a long time since I've been to Ikea, and she's never been, so she's really excited. So we're going to go down to the Detroit area and spend the day down there, going to Ikea. We'll probably go to lunch, go find something good to eat, and just enjoy the day together. So it'll be nice. And we'll both be exhausted when we get back, and we'll both need a nap probably. So, but it's going to be great. Just a little mom and daughter day, and just spend some quality time together. With, you know, the way life is so busy all the time, you know, I don't feel like we get the kind of quality time that we want together. And, you know, life is too short to be constantly busy, but I mean, that's the way it is right now. You know, I mean, everyone's lives are extremely busy. I don't care who you are. There's always something going on, and I have to remember myself to take the time to spend with people I love, and, you know, because nothing is ever promised. I mean, our time is not promised. So, really important to spend time with the people I love. So that's what I'm doing next Saturday. It should be a really good day. I think my husband's happy that I have someone to go with so I don't drag him, because he really does not want to go to Ikea. He's not a fan. So I'm just making sure I have all my stuff correct here, because I've been known to do that, like mess up on a bead from one side to the other, and I just want to make sure I have it all right. Probably going to be a busy work week this week, and yeah, it should be, hopefully it'll go by really fast and it'll be the weekend again before we know it. I hate to rush time like that, I really do, but I so enjoy having my weekends that I just, you know, tend to want to rush through it. Not that I don't like my job, but I love my weekends more. So I am blessed to have a job that I actually really enjoy. And my husband got called in to work second shift tonight, which normally he wouldn't, but they're like having so many issues at work right now that, you know, he's needed in different areas at different times. So he's doing that today. He'll be able to go into work a little bit later tomorrow, so that way he can get some sleep, because usually he leaves the house by like 3:30 in the morning. So he'll be able to get some sleep tonight. And then he was really disappointed that he had to work tonight, but it's just Xander and I. William's hanging out with his girlfriend, Brooklyn. I just got to meet her yesterday, and she's super nice. And he's hanging out with her, so it's just Xander and I here tonight. And so we're doing a fend for ourselves dinner night, and he's playing some video games right now while I'm doing this. So we're just kind of hanging out, and when I'm done with this, I'm going to make my fend for myself dinner, and I am going to take my shower and relax on the couch for a little while. So that'll be good. Okay, so that's our last little fire polish bead like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one more of each of these on here. So regardless of how these, how long these necklaces like turn out, I just want this one to be the longest. I want the crayon chain to be the medium one, and then I want a shorter one. So we are going to bead up on here just a little bit more with these longer beads, just like this. Just a couple more on each side, just to give it that little extra length before we attach the chain. Okay, so I think we're good there. I'm going to set these aside, and then I am going to move this stuff aside too. We're going to grab our length of chain, and this chain we're going to fold in half and find the center of it and cut it. There we go. All right, so we got the center of that, and now we're going to go ahead and attach. So I have with me some of these crimp beads that I use, and I have some French wire that we're going to put on the end. So I'm just going to put the French wire right on. Oh, nope, put the crimp bead right on, and then put the French wire on. French wire is acting as our wire guardian for us. And I'll probably have to trim off just a tiny little bit. I've been really using this a lot and kind of understanding that, you know, the different properties of it and the different things that I need to do to make sure I'm still using a good length. I use about a 1/2 inch. I cut just a little bit over a 1/2 inch because the ends can kind of sometimes get a little squished, so you just need to trim off a teeny tiny little bit just to make it so your bead string and wire will go through. And I'm still having trouble. Why? There it goes. All right. And then I'm going to grab the end of one of my chains and I'm going to string that on my wire. And put it right over our little French wire there. We're going to fold this over gently, put it through my crimp again. Just going to keep adjusting there. Slide my crimp up, kind of watching my French wire though, because it could get a little wonky on me, and I want it to be nice and even. I want it to be a really good little wire guardian. So, and now it's in a good spot, so we can go ahead and crimp this. Who am I kidding? I know I can never use my regular pliers for that. Let me use the end of my crimping pliers. Whoop. All right, so I got that, and we're just gonna pull on it, make sure it's all good. And I know this probably won't fit through there twice, so we're just gonna trim off this tail. There we go. And use gravity to help us out. And there's one side. Okay, so now we can do our other side. And just the same thing, we're gonna put our crimp on. And put our French wire on to act as our guardian, our wire guardian. Okay, and just like the other one, I'm going to want to trim just a teeny tiny little bit off. There we go. And then we're going to string on our other piece of chain. Just like that. Bend that over. Kind of keep in control of our French wire. Put our tail through our crimp. And we're going to pull on our tail and slide our stringing wire and chain and such straight down. Okay, got a little more to go. And there we go. We are slid down. All right, so now we can crimp our crimp bead. And there we go. Straighten out my wire there. And then we can trim off our tail. There we go. All right, so now we have our first piece. And we'll make sure it looks good on the length, and it does. Looks really good. Very pretty, very sparkly. And we're going to set him aside. Okay, next one's super easy. We're going to be using just our cute little heart, and we're just stringing him straight on our Coriana chain. And I could string on beads, but I don't want to on here. I want to keep it very simple. I want this to be the really super simple part of our necklace. So let's see what we have going on here. I just want to make sure I'm going to be cutting correctly, and whatever we end up cutting off this Coriana chain, I will save, because I can use it in tassels. So right now I'm just kind of setting everything up on how I want this to lay, and just kind of taking a peek here. And it looks like I'm probably going to want to cut off a good couple inches of this. So I'm going to cut off about this much, because when we add our crimp on and our little clamshells, it's going to give us back a little length. So I'm just cutting this much off. We're going to save that. And I'm just kind of straightening it out to make sure that I have that right, and I do. So there's going to be a little space between, so about that much. And I'm going to go ahead and put our crimps on for this now. So we'll start on this side. You put your clamshell on. Whoops. And then you put your crimp bead on, or your crimp 2, whatever you're using. And I'm going to actually smash it down a little bit further down from the end. If you get too close to the end when you're smashing it, you could just crack your chain or break your chain, so you don't want to do that. And then we're going to make sure that that crimp is not going to move. And then we can trim off just a little bit. Leave about a thumbnail amount between your cutters and the crimp. And then pull that up, and we're going to close that clamshell gently. Why do I have a cold nose on my leg? Cheeto's nose. Sniffing my leg. And then we're going to close that clamshell all the way. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So we'll put our clamshell on. We'll put our crimp on. We're going to find our crimp. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. We're going to smash that down. Again, I'm a little bit a ways away from the end of the chain, and that one doesn't feel like it wants to stay. So we're going to get another crimp. I'm going to cut this one off. It wants to slide, so we're going to get a different one. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I got another crimp. Let's try this one again. There, that's better. Okay, we'll give it the tug test. Oh, that one wanted to slide. Maybe I wasn't having issues with my crimps today. See, guys, everyone has issues with crimps. Okay, that one's not moving now. Okay. All right, good deal. So let's pull that up there. I'm going to trim off some of this. Even just a teeny tiny little bit. Put that in our clamshell and close that up. Okay, now we have our second layer of our necklace, which is just a nice simple chain. So really, really pretty so far. It's going to be pretty. All right, so next we want to use our smaller one. So this one we know we want to have tinier beads on. So I have tiny beads here, and I have these beautiful little faceted gemstones. So what I'm thinking is I want to just randomly put on some of these gemstone beads. Like 5 of them. I don't care what color they are. Cheeto, stop clawing at that. We'll put 5 on. All right. And then we're going to put on this black and purple swirl bead on both sides, one on each side. Okay, I'm going to grab one of my little clips so that I don't spill the beads off the other end. There we go. And we're going to put 5 of these little beads on. Again, I don't care what color I'm picking up. I'm just picking them up randomly. There we go. And then one of these black and purple swirls. Let's do 5 more. All right, get out of there. These little teeny tiny gemstone ones are the hardest ones to see the hole. There's 3, 4, and 5. That. There's 1. Two, 3, 4, and 1 more. All right, this could take me a bit to put on, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it real quick. Give you guys a break of watching me bead on very teeny tiny beads, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm getting close to the end here, so we're gonna go ahead and just finish this up. Cheeto had jumped up here for a minute. He wanted to be right next to me. I had a really productive day today. I really got a lot of things accomplished. I got a couple things on my channel done, getting this done for this beaded life, and just really had a very productive day. I got all my food prep done for my lunches for the week. I made my lunches and my breakfasts and cut up all my vegetables for my snacks. And I'm going on a diet this week, guys. I'm decided that I'm very uncomfortable in my clothes and in my own skin, and it's time. So I'm going to take care of my health and try to eat better. And I've been eating a lot of junk lately, so it's time. But yeah, so I would love to lose about 20 pounds, and then I'd be happy where I was. So that's my goal right now. I can revisit it later if I want to, but I feel like 20 would make me happy. I don't need to be a super skinny person. I just want to be happy in my own skin and feel good about wearing my clothing. So that's what I'm doing this week, you guys. I could use your cheering on because I don't like giving up things I like. All right, so I think we're just about done. Let's double check our length on this and see. So we have this little tiny petite beaded part here, and we do want it to be shorter than this other one, which I think it's going to be no matter what we do. Okay, yep, and we have our chain. I think I might want to go ahead and maybe do a little bit more on both sides. Not much more, but just a tiny bit. So let's do 5 more of each of these on the side here. All right. And then 5 more over here. I love these like super colorful beads, and just stringing them on randomly. It's just so much, it's so much fun. It gives like a lot of life and light to a piece when you just kind of just string it on. Who cares what order it's in? It's just, it makes it so much fun. And 1 more here. All right, so I am going to put on my little clamp on the other end here so we don't lose anything. I no longer need those beads. So there's that. And then let's put our crimp on. Oh, you know what? Let's cut this in half first. Okay, so we got that done. Whoop. Hold on, this is the door. There we go. The wind was pushing it, making a bunch of racket. All right, so let's put our crimp on. Let's put our little French wire on, which may or may not need to be trimmed. We'll see. Oh, oh. Just sprung right off the end there. Yep, we're going to trim the ends real quick. Just a teeny tiny little trim. Don't need much. All right. There we go. And then we're going to bend that over. Put that through our crimp. Little tail, and we don't want much to go through there because we are using as much wire as we can here. All right, so pull that up. Oh, I almost forgot something. You guys know what I forgot? Chain. Adding a jump ring just would have added more length, and that would have made me mad. So I'm glad I remembered before it was too late. All right, so put that on. Pull up our crimp, straighten out our little French wire, make sure it's nice and straight. And then let's crimp it down. Make sure it's good and snug on there. Then we can do a little test, and it's good to go. Let's trim off our little tail because we don't need that, and we know it won't go through those tiny little beads twice. All right, so there's one side, all done. Let's fix that. There we go. Now we'll do our other side here, and then we are just about done with this necklace, you guys. So I'm going to put that bead, that crimp bead on. I'm going to trim off a little bit. I can see the little snag there. Okay. Yeah, I did not leave myself a lot of wire, that's for sure. But that's okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, let's put our chain on. And feed that through our crimp. There's no happy medium for me, you guys. I either do way too much wire or not enough wire. All right, now we are going to need to pull on that little tiny wire to get everything slid through. So I'm going to actually grab it with my pliers, maybe. With my pliers and pull it down. Okay, there we go. And then I'm holding my wire and my beads, and we're gonna just squish our little crimp, trim off what we don't need. There we go. All right, and now we have that piece. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. And I'm gonna do it sideways like this because you guys can see a little bit better. Unless, let me just move you guys a little bit further away. There we go. All right, so we have our longest piece. Okay. Then we have our middle piece. And then we have our shorter piece, and I may have to trim some of this chain, we'll see. I don't know yet. Actually, no, I think we're okay. No, we're good to go. So that's gonna be our layers. All right, let's put this all together. So we need our jump ring. And we're going to do this really carefully just to make sure they stay in the same order. There we go. I'll probably put an extender on this just in case like if I want to wear it longer, or if I give it to somebody or they can wear it longer. There we go. And this one. So we want to put this on here. There we go. And then our clasp. Actually, I think I'm going to do another jump ring on here just because I want this one to be kind of like for that, right? And not for anything else. So let's grab one more jump ring. All right, I'm going to try it on for you real quick. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have it on, and you can see this one is kind of like a little bit of a choker. Then we have our medium length one, and then we have our longer one, and it's a nice layered look, very pretty. And I think it's just a lot of fun too. So this can be worn with like jeans and a t-shirt. This can be worn with something dressy. I think it turned out very cute. And I'm looking forward to making more pieces that look like this. Very fun. All right, you guys, I hope you had a good time. If you're interested in the Potomac bead box, the information is in the description. There's a link right there for you. Go on over and check it out. And I'll talk to you all soon. Sending you all my love. Bye.